The looming plunder case against Senator Rodante Marcoleta sparks pushback from members of Iglesia ni Cristo. And mobile journalist Julie Baiza has this report.
Gusto nating papanagutin lahat ng mga taong ito. Ngunit kapag ako'y kanilang inaresto, hindi na po matutuluyan. Akala po nila'y maililibing ito sa limot.
On Monday, June 29, the Ombudsman promised to file a case against the lawmaker in 1 week over the 75 million peso campaign donation he received during the 2025 midterm elections. But Marcoleta sees nothing but persecution and selective justice.
Mas uunahin po nila yung tao na nagmamalasakit sa inyo para palitawin natin ang katotohanan.
Senator Georges sits aside from the flood control issue. Marcoleta believes opponents want him silenced because of his role as a senator judge in the impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte. But the Office of the Ombudsman immediately rejected this. Spokesperson and Assistant Ombudsman Miko Clavano says the evidence against Marcoleta came from his very own mouth.
The facts will speak for themselves. And I think when you read the case and you listen to the admissions and you listen to the interviews, you will see that the case is quite clear-cut. Kaya it's hard to see kung saan po nanggagaling si Senator Marcoleta dito dahil yung kaso mismo ay yung ebidensya mismo na ginamit ng ating mga investigador ay nanggaling din po sa kanya.
Based on the Ombudsman's investigation, Marcoleta did not declare the donation he received in his Statement of Assets, Liabilities and Net Worth or SALN. It was also allegedly stated in Marcoleta's Statement of Contributions and Expenditures or SOSE that he did not receive any cash or in-kind contributions. And the Ombudsman's latest announcement against Marcoleta did not sit well with the church he belongs to and which supported him during his senatorial bid, the Iglesia ni Cristo. Before INC members gathered near the People Power Monument on Tuesday, June 30, INC released an official statement explaining why it was publicly supporting Marcoleta. The church said that while it is not opposed to the enforcement of the law, it is opposed to the bending of the law, especially when it is intended to cover up corruption.
Nais naming iparinig sa mga kinauukulan na kahit ipakulong nila si Senator Marcoleta, ay hindi kami titigil sa paghingi ng katarungan para sa mga kababayan natin na ninakawan. Gusto naming ipaalam sa kanila na isang injustice ang selective justice.
Vice President Sara Duterte also weighed in on the INC's so-called emergency protest. She said groups gathered on the last day of June along EDSA to express a sentiment that she had already been voicing since last year. And that is President Bongbong Marcos's detachment or disconnection from the problems of the Filipino people. Duterte claimed filing cases is now being used to cover up corruption and, according to her, abuses by Malacanang. Palace Press Officer Undersecretary Claire Castro again had an immediate reaction to the Vice President's statement.
Ang itanong po natin ay kung ano ang nangyari sa nakaraan. Ba't di natin hanapin yung sinasabi ni dating Pangulong Duterte na ghost projects as early as 2020.
Still, the palace did not see any direct threat to the administration. Meanwhile, both the armed forces and the police continue to monitor the INC protests. In a statement, the AFP said that it recognizes and respects every Filipino's right to assemble and express their views. However, it said that the rule of law must prevail. The AFP is also urging rally organizers to ensure that activities of commuters, workers, students, and other sectors are not disrupted. According to the AFP, it has not received reports of discontent within its ranks. The military reiterated that it remains united and non-partisan, meaning it does not take sides in political matters. Kapatid Mobile Journal Julie Baiza, We're One News.